When your teenager shares a goal with you once, maybe 100 times, something they want to achieve, a school they want to get into, a degree, a career, as an amazing parent, you are going to get behind that, right? Getting the best coaches, extra coaching time, tutoring, making sure applications are in, all of the things. So now what do you do when your teenager's performance is drastically lacking and they're no longer either going after this or putting in any effort that's going to make this goal happen? The other day I was talking to a gorgeous, caring parent about this, and here's what happened. His dream became her dream, and she was more emotionally invested in how that dream felt for her and her attachment to the projected future of that dream, none of which had happened and was all based on fantasy. Sound familiar? So when her son started to drop the ball on his dream, her emotions got triggered into fight or flight because she was no longer having the experience of the dream that she had made up or had wanted. And her support and encouragement became criticism and judgment because he wasn't doing what was necessary to fulfill what she got invested in. They'd been to therapy, counseling, nothing was working. Here's what I told her. Get back on your son's team. It's okay to grieve a dream that may or may not come true. You have no way of knowing what is the best path. Sometimes the most amazing things in life happen because what we wanted to happen and the way we thought it was going to happen didn't happen that way at all. She needed to check her mindset that he was failing her dream rather than he was simply struggling and working out what his dream was going to look like. And God forbid that it might change, because teenagers don't have the same perspective as adults. They're like brand new in a costume shop, trying on all of these different options, but they don't know what fits right or what feels right yet. So they are working it out in real time. Have you ever aimed for something in your life and you went halfway down the path? You're like, ooh, no, this is not for me. But because of that, I found out that actually I want this. Or you said you wanted something really badly and then you got it and you're like, yeah, this isn't it. Normalize struggle and failure so you can move from criticism back to compassion. Talk about all of the times that you went after a goal and it didn't work. Talk about what you learned along the way. Talk about things you thought you wanted to do that were totally outlandish and weren't going to work for you anyway, but you thought it sounded good. Just because they're not pursuing what they once said or even said 100 times doesn't make them a failure. It is their path. Your job is to ride shotgun as support, not to own the dream as your own.